In my paper, I wrote about Title IX and how the equality of women in sports has changed over the years. Title IX was passed in 1972, almost a little over 40 years ago, so we've come a long way since then, and it was really, really cool to see like how far we've come and all the changes that were made and what women did in order to get those changes, and it's really interesting. I definitely found it really interesting when I started talking about how that Major League Baseball had to be stopped because of the war, and like the women kind of took over, and that really started the wow, we can do this, we can work, and we can compete on the male level of the time, since females weren't really seen as being able to do that. So that was really cool for me, especially as an athlete. That's what made this paper really interesting for me to write, because obviously I'm an athlete and I have these abilities that women before had never had. So it's really cool to see how all of this came about, and especially me trying to get a scholarship for college. It's like, wow, I would have never had that opportunity if it wasn't for these women and these movements. So it's really interesting. Yeah, there's just a lot of history in my paper about the steps that it took to get up to passing Title IX. It's really interesting. My personal advice for future students taking your class is don't plan a vacation. That takes away from your time to write the final paper. I did find myself a little stressed trying to figure out, oh my gosh, I only have 9 pages. I need a whole another page at least, and I don't know what to write, but it all ended okay. And I mean, I had all the materials I needed from going to class. I learned a lot of the steps I need to take for the paper through class, so it's definitely overwhelming knowing at the beginning of the quarter that I have to write this really long paper about something so specific, nothing I've ever done before, but you really get the things you need in class and work and practice them, so it makes the paper really easy to write. So